The stretch of I-95 between New London and Old Lyme has been the subject of much discussion and debate. Every time there's a major accident, citizens and elected officials call for, among other things, lower speed limits and stricter police enforcement. So I recently took a drive on behalf of the day to see what it's actually like to strictly obey the speed limit on this stretch of the interstate. Getting on the highway southbound from New London, I set the cruise control to 55 and watched as car after car sped past in the left lane. My car is obviously not equipped with radar, but it was clear that each one of these passing cars was well over the posted speed limit. As you approach exit 75 in East Lyme, the speed limit drops to 50. On a Friday around noon, traffic was fairly light, but still 50 miles per hour felt like a crawl, especially with cars whipping by in the passing lane. I kept an anxious eye on the rearview mirror lest someone come up too quickly behind me. I would definitely not feel comfortable driving this slow during the evening commuter rush. After you pass exit 74, the speed limit goes back up to 65, and there's a newish looking sign that says it is strictly enforced. I didn't see any police during the 12 miles we drove southbound. And then approaching Old Lyme, there's a sign that says speeding enforcement zone, but it was hard to see how an officer could safely pull over a speeder on the narrow shoulder lined with guardrails and concrete barriers. Before I turned around in Old Lyme, after 12.5 minutes on the highway, 70 vehicles had passed on the left, most going significantly faster than me. On the just over 13-minute return trip to New London, I was passed by another 55. 65 miles an hour felt at least like a fairly comfortable speed, so decelerating back down to 50 when we reached East Lyme was jarring. When a tractor-trailer zoomed past me, it was hard not to think about some of the crashes that have happened in the last 10 years around exits 75 and 76. I did see one state police cruiser parked in the northbound way station in Waterford, but it wasn't clear whether it was there for enforcement purposes, and hidden behind the building, it certainly wasn't deterring anyone from speeding. It's hard to know what the answer is. Driving the speed limit when no one else is seems dangerous, but so does pulling over and ticketing cars on the narrow shoulder. The day's editorial board suggests using cameras to enforce the speed limit on Interstate 95. What do you think the answer is?